It's been a minute since I've done a home gym tour and I've gotten some new equipment, so I figured now is as good a time as any to give you a tour, show you what I got, and let you know how I like it. I'm also going to go in order of what I bought first to most recent to give you an idea of how I've built up this home gym over time because it's over 10 years in the making. First up are the kettlebells. I initially bought a 25 or a 35 pound, I can't remember. But over time, I've built up a collection. I actually have a couple more inside. These are great for just overall body work. Press it, push it, swing it, clean it, whatever. Amazing piece of equipment. From there, I got a pull-up bar. This isn't the one I got initially. I have the one that you just hang on your door, but out in the garage, I prefer to have this wall-mounted one. Also a must if you want some vertical pulling strength. After that, I got some parallettes. I have a few different pairs here. I got them to work on calisthenics skills, but they're also good for just doing some push-ups, L-sits, stuff like that. At that point, I started getting stronger, so I got a weight belt so I could add some weight to my pull-ups and dips, but I also did buy a weight vest. This is the Mirror weight vest. Love this one. The only limitation here is you kind of get capped out on how much weight it can hold, so that's one thing to consider. Then around the time COVID hit, I needed to work on some cardio because I couldn't go to a gym, so I got some jump ropes. I have some other ones that aren't hanging out here. The cross rope is a big one. Love the cross rope. That's probably my favorite. I have a weighted one here, but a few different varieties there. Great form of cardio, don't need much space, highly recommend. After that, I got a set of rings. I used to just take them to the gym and hang them from a pull-up bar, but now that I work out from home, I could just set them up like this. Kind of a pain to install, but totally worth it. Rings are deceptively difficult, so if you're looking for an amazing workout, highly recommend rings. Once I met my wife and we moved out of an apartment into a house, decided to upgrade, get a bench along with the set of dumbbells. I don't think there's much that needs to be said about dumbbells. The only downside with this is you do have to change them out. That can be a little time consuming. So if you want to spend a little bit more, get those fancy ones where you can just take them out and select the weights super quick, super fast, but they also cost like $700. Also got a box, 20-inch, 16-inch, and 18-inch. This is great for Bulgarian split squats as well as step-ups. Pretty straightforward. When I jump rope outside, I needed something to protect my ropes, so I got a horse stall mat from Tractor Supply Company. Amazing mat, does exactly what you need it to. I just need to eventually buy a few more to cover all this flooring here. I wanted a squat wedge for when I was doing squats. I bought this. Unfortunately, that thing sucks. You have to stand so narrow. So I got this one from Squat Wedgie. It's very wide. You can have a wide stance when you're doing your squat. Love that thing. Totally worth the money. And finally, the last piece of equipment, my most recent addition, is the Olympic bar and some bumper plates. I haven't really started yet. I'm finishing up a program, but once I'm done, I'll be moving on to some Olympic lifting and more traditional barbell work. And somehow I nearly forgot about this. The other side of the garage has a treadmill. All right, and now some frequently asked questions. How big is my garage? 19 feet by 21 feet, but I really only use half of the garage for my training, both for storage and actually doing the lifts. So you don't really need a lot of space to make this work. Is my garage heated or air conditioned? Nope. In the summers, I just suck it up, deal with the heat. That I don't mind too much. But in the winters, I really don't like training in the cold, so it takes me a while to warm up. I don't have a space heater yet, but this winter, I think I'm going to get one. And then the last thing, bugs. Yeah, that's just part of working out in your garage, especially if you're in Georgia. But I cleaned out the entire garage about a week ago, so it's been good so far, but every once in a while, I do see them. That's my home gym, 10 years in the making, and I love it.